Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. This is general or collective, so parts may or may not resonate with you. Just take what works for you and leave the rest. Use your intuition. This is also a timely reading, meaning if you are watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That may give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, so I did a quick meditation beforehand, this was the underlying energy for this reading. We have the soulmates again, and I was wondering why almost every reading I've done lately, every second one is about soulmates. And I was kind of like, what is this about? And it's the fact that Venus moved into the sign of Virgo on July 9th till August 6th, and that's about when I'm doing this reading. So at this time, and it's not necessarily just about love, it's about discernment in love and also in finances at the same time. And how does your love life affect your finances or possibly other people's finances? So that's the underlying energy. Whoa. I wasn't coughing before I did this reading, but all of a sudden I just, whoa. Okay, so this is soulmate energy, is when two souls plan to get together before entering into this plane. And this is talking about each person is balanced in their masculine and feminine energy. They've done a lot of their inner work and they're on their destined paths. And it's not so much about needing each other, but wanting, just enjoying each other's company and empowering each other to move forward in their goals. Now, quite often, I mean, the cups do represent romantic love. Excuse me. And though that energy, definitely the soulmate energy can be about romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It can be about love for anyone or anything, and even for what you love to do or be. So it can be a combination of all of the above. In the typical soulmate energy, it would be regarded as a romantic meeting, and each person is balanced within their own masculine and feminine energy. This is interesting because this is the sign of Virgo. And Virgo energy is the middle sign for Pentacle energy. And we do have quite a bit of Pentacle energy already in this reading. Because I was thinking to myself, how many soulmates all of a sudden are always trying to get together? So I feel this reading is going to be a little bit different. Because this is talking about the aspect of the financial aspects of being in a relationship as well as the loving part. So let's see what's going on here. We have disruption from the oracle. Now my oracle is Tales from the Vector. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And this is an ink drawing. It's actually on canvas. It's a reproduction. But it is from one of my visions when I was in Peru. And I was in ceremony with the shamans. And so all of these holidays came up and all the commercialism around it and what is that all about? And it came up as disruption, and it's a tactic that is used. What's fun for some is not fun for everyone. So this can be talking about, this energy has been coming up in the readings about soulmates doing their best to get together and other people not wanting it to happen. And what would that be about? Well, probably the coin. So we're going to look into this some more. The crystal here that I have for this reading that I meditated with, this is tourmaline, and it's like a pink tourmaline, and it's about connecting you with all that is, and also about having discernment in matters of the heart. Imagine that. All right, so we do have definitely some sort of energy around that. The wounded warrior. And the wounded warrior is talking about, he's got 9 wands already out of 10. Now the wand energy is the element of fire, and it's talking Like the wands are made of wood, and wood fuels fire. So it's talking about taking passionate action in life. And this, he has managed to land 8 wands. He's leaning heavy on the 9th and ready to plant it. But this is, you know, he's exhausted. Look at, he's got a Band-Aid around his head. And I feel this is the collective energy. Wounded warrior energy is someone that's doing their very best to stay on their destined path. They're taking actions that are in alignment with their spiritual and their physical needs, and doing their best to do things in the correct way. And this is talking about him now holding this 9th wand close to his heart, and about coming to the end of this cycle, and possibly that's when the soulmate energy does come through. And so this is definitely talking about this energy again of, but I feel we might get a little more clarity on the situation. We have 7 of Pentacles here, and the 7 of Pentacles is representing the energy of, you know, the Pentacle energy is health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D, but it is also a big part of that, of course, is money. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that fulfills you. And so I feel like that's what this card is coming up and saying is he has, how I usually read this card is he has put 6 pentacles of time, money, and energy invested into this project, these, whatever this goal is, if it's with people, and he's used to being successful. And he's wondering why he only got 1 pentacle out of it. His results are usually way better than that. Excuse me. And I honestly didn't have a cough before this reading started. It's just kind of a real, it's almost like the energy is just tightening. It's just kind of got a hold on someone is the energy I'm feeling right now. So this is talking about, you know, really wondering, why is this not working? Like, why do I only have 1 pentacle after I put this much energy into something? But on the other side of it, you know, we do have a physical bank account, and then we have a spiritual bank account. And sometimes this can be saying that he put 1 pentacle of energy into this, and he's managed to get 6 pentacles out of it. So this is a huge, you know, result. That would be like putting $100,000 in and getting a $600,000 return on it. But this energy is saying, even though the project was so successful, he can't understand why he feels so like kind of bummed out about the whole thing. It's like, yeah, before this used to really excite me, but now when I look at that, all I can think about is I'm bored. I want to do something different. I want to distract. My cat is demonstrating how to disrupt a reading. Okay, you can sit on my lap and purr, but you can't be meowing away. Thank you. I get the point. She's got happy feet already. So a cat's purr raises the vibration to a healing energy. It can literally lower blood pressure. So let's see how well she does. So yeah, this is talking about maybe what used to really please you doesn't anymore, and it feels empty. That's the word that I'm getting, just feeling empty. Bereft, B-R-E-F-T, and I do believe that this has come in a couple of the other readings as well. We do have the sun coming in though, and the sun is saying this is how you're meant to be. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's talking about God's energy. This is about you as a young child of God, meant to be happy, riding this pony, no fear whatsoever. No reins, no saddle. And look at all the sunflowers in the background. They're all turning to the sun, the heads of the sunflowers, and absorbing the light and the happiness of the sun. And this is you as a young child carrying your this is a heavy banner, but it's your banner of destiny, and you carry it with ease. and are very, and and this is saying this is how you're meant to be, not like this, not like this. And look at this, all the work that you've been putting into making money. This, as I said, this is about lifestyle, but this is kind of sacrificing your lifestyle just to work. It's kind of like a workaholic energy. This can be talking about, and I feel like it's representing this, and there we have 6 pentacles completed, and you're still working away. You've got this, the 7th, and there's one more that you need to complete the project. And look at how we have 8 there now. And so maybe this is saying now you want to take action towards what you really want to do in your heart. And so that might have something to do with this soulmate energy. So this is being very focused on making money right now, or have been in the past. And now you're wanting to maybe go after love more than the financial end of things, or not using your discernment for both, I feel is important. And then we have the King of Cups. Yes, so the King of Cups is talking about someone who wants to give a cup of love. He's one of 4 kings in the tarot. And he is sitting out there in this rough water. And rough water in tarot represents volatile emotions, chaos. But he's in the eye of the storm. He is the most emotionally intelligent of all the kings. He understands emotions very well. And he has his right foot forward. He's ready to give this cup of love, but he's not sure that who he is giving it to is ready as of yet, and maybe understands that they've been in some sort of chaos. So he's waiting, or he just came out of this chaos himself and is now ready. So this could be your energy, or it could be the person who you want to deliver the cup to has the energy of the chaos. And then we have, or maybe both actually, and then we have Page of Swords energy coming in. So the page, he is representing communication, information coming in. And this is, the element of air, and it represents your thoughts, basically. The swords are your mental intelligence and discipline of your mind, and also being able to use your, one edge is intuition and the other edge is logic, using both. And so that makes sense with this energy as well, about using, your, the love and the, your intuition and your logic. And he is the only page that's not looking at his element, not totally focused on it, because he already knows logically what the question is. He's looking away from the logic now to his intuition. He's thinking outside the box, looking for a creative solution. This quite often can say that, you have an epiphany within yourself. Aha, I know why I'm feeling, why I'm feeling this way about this. I want to... it's time for me to have this love in my life. Like you might be having dreams about someone coming into your life, and quite often that happens, your intuition gets highly peaked when it's time for your soulmate energy to arrive. And this is talking about the Page of Swords. The pages would work for the king and queen at a very young age, 7 to 14, because those days people didn't live as long as they do now, for sure, almost like half as less, so many things could happen to them. And so this energy is talking about him starting young, but this would be a real coup for him and very prestigious for his family. This would be, he's dressed to the nines here, and he would be being educated and working in the palace, learning how elites do things and how they live. So this is talking about a big improvement here. And also the communication. This is always a male in the old days. But all of the characters in tarot are archetypes, so they can be about males or females, in this case in the masculine energy. And so this is some information communication coming in, excuse me, from within or without. I'm telling you, someone does not want this reading to come. Like my eyes are watering. I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? I think I finally found I think there's been about 5 soulmate readings in the last week, and I feel like this is the one that I'm hitting the nail on the head on. And someone would rather not, they want your, they want this disrupted. They don't want this energy to come through, and I'm just picking up on that energy. I have been in the other readings, but it was not to this extent. And so I'm just going to take a deep breath here. Wow. There we go. So I'm not going to stop this reading, because if I stop it, then it's going to change the cards coming out if I redo it. We're just going to keep going. I feel like this is what all these readings have been about that have been coming out, and in different, I feel like there's quite a few people feeling this energy, because Venus has moved in on July 9th into the sign of Virgo. And that is about the finances and love together. And we have that energy being shown right here. So we're going to keep going. I apologize for the coughing, but I'm not going to stop this reading when I'm getting so close to the reason why they keep coming up. So this is talking about, moving forward and the information and communication coming in. Now this could be an aha moment from yourself, an epiphany that you have within yourself, and it also could be information coming from outside of yourself. And so in the old days, this would always be in person, but this most definitely can be also a phone call, text message, an email. It could be something that arrives in the post. This energy is also, maybe you're on social media, someone does message you there, and maybe you see an event posted and you go to that event, and then you run into the perfect person. Maybe it's even your soulmate. And then we have, in the past, disappointment in love. So you might be single for quite some time at this point. This energy is talking about being disappointed in love. Now, if this is romantic love, quite often the 3 cups here can represent a couple and then a third-party energy. And it can represent even a 4th energy, which sometimes is the ultimate gift in love, with a baby, but it would not be within the couple, it would be with the third party. And of course, that could be very disappointing. This can also represent someone that wants to come back into your life. And this is talking about, you've already given them 3 chances, and they failed you every time, and now they're asking for a 4th, and you're like, no way. 3 strikes, you're out. I'm not going through this again with you. I'm not up for it. And that's fair, because most of the time people will show you exactly who they are the first time around. And this also could represent having like 3 different relationships, or 3 different partners in business, or maybe 3 attempts at getting these wands landed. And now you're so close. It's talking about that type of energy. So in the past, you've had disappointment, and maybe you've learned from it now, but you're surprised, I feel, that you're disappointed that you're successful now, and it's kind of falling short of your expectations. So let's keep going here and see what the disappointment and what's going on. So the hangman energy is when someone is hanging from the tree of knowledge, and they're hanging upside down because they want to gain perspective on every angle. Like every way I look at this, what is the next action that I am going to take? And sometimes this can also talk about hanging around with people who want to keep you in this kind of energy, just keep you working, and they'll keep you disappointed while they make money. That's the energy I'm picking up. It's not the nicest, it's not really funny, but they think it is. They think it's funny, and they also don't want it to change. So this disruption, when you get with your soulmate, that energy is so powerful that, you know, it's really hard to knock someone off their path when the two soulmates are together and they're both destined to be in that energy together. So the soulmate energy, it balances each other out. And the soulmates quite often are very different from each other. They might have totally different cultures and, you know, and totally different fields of endeavor, you know, but when they get to talking, they've had very similar experiences at certain ages. And this is talking going back to when you're a child. So this could be someone that you met when you were a child, when you were in elementary school, high school, or just about to start work or college. You know, this is talking about someone who is under the age of 21. And it could, so your soulmate could be someone that you haven't seen since you were a child. It could have something to do, that all of this energy could have something to do. Maybe someone you used to hang around with, you know, and maybe it was just in high school and it was just a crush or a platonic friendship, something like that. Let's keep going. We have, oh, and then you were sabotaged. So the sabotage is sitting on, when the information, I feel this information coming in is going to talk about this energy here being a sabotage. Like it was a concerted effort amongst possibly more than one person. Or like this energy is saying you've been stabbed in the back 10 times here. And it's also saying that, you know, you were left for unalive, and that's where the energy wanted you to stay. And if you get up again, and it seems like you won't stay down, you just keep getting up again. And that's the problem for them. You're supposed to stay down. And this is even like to the extent where you don't get back up again, you don't want to, you give up on life, basically. And this could be a decade of energy or more. As I said, it sometimes could go all the way back to, that's when the page comes in, it says that the energy could be coming from when you were still a child and under the age of 21. Something could have happened that you're not aware of. This could have to do, like this could be one person doing this 10 times. And it could be on an annual day, and it has to do with this pentacle energy for sure. That's what it's, you know, this card can sometimes talk about people actually literally making money laundering, you know, schemes and pyramids and forgery, identity theft, extortion, and embezzlement, those types of crimes. So this also could represent 10 different people doing this, and maybe even 10 groups. The 10 is also talking about, it's the end of, the cycle is coming to an ending, and being left out of the loop with these people has actually been a blessing for you, because this can be a blessing in disguise. Because when the shift hits the fan for them, because they are going to get caught here, you can tell from the energy, then you're going to move forward and be in this energy. Yeah, look at that. You'll have the 10th cup here. You'll have all 10 of cups, all the love you want. So everything you do then becomes, this is like a promise of, the rainbow comes after the storm. Wow, look at that. So that's when your soulmate and you come together and you have this beautiful life that you've always wished for. And this is talking about the promise of this, as long as you stay on your path and you just keep getting up. So don't, whatever you do, don't quit now. You're only one action, 2 actions away at the most. And maybe that action is the King of Cups moving forward and giving you one of these cups, right? It feels like it could be that energy. So we have the wounded warrior, disappointed many times over, hanging around maybe with the wrong people that are doing everything in their power to keep keep distracting them and disrupting their energy. And then and see, the thing about this energy, like in that vision, it was kind of showing how the holidays, like, you know, birthdays and the people that come around in that energy, all of the distractions that happen, sometimes people are doing that to keep you distracted, to disrupt your energy so that you can't move forward. It's a tactic that people use. Oh, I'm going to throw you a big party. Let's go on a holiday. And meanwhile, while you're on holiday, someone else is working on what you were working on and getting the benefit from it rather than you. It's that type of energy. So, and this could definitely be a collaborated effort between several people from different perspectives doing this, so that they're sending one person in and then another one. A lot of time it's a collaborated effort to keep you always kind of off center. And so sometimes this energy can be talking about that with Venus in Virgo, about finances plus love, and how if you have the wrong partner in your life, how much that can disrupt both your love and your finances. We're going to clarify this some more, because we do have the sun here, and the sun is talking about having the happiest energy. So in that, it shines light on the whole situation. The truth is coming out, and you will be happy. You're meant to be happy. You're a child of God, and you're meant to have love in your life. You're meant to have what you were destined for. Let's keep going here. I'm going to clarify with these cards. The numbers on these cards are from the Oracle, and the paintings on my website, talesfromthevector.com. This is how they're listed in the gallery there. And I will definitely put these in the description box below in the order they appear here. It might give you further clarity as to your situation. So we have the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. This is God's plan. On the Wheel of Fortune, there's actually 3 wheels, the past, the present, and the future, coming together in synchronicity. And on one of those wheels are the Hebrew letters for the name of God, and that is Tetragrammaton. Tetragrammaton is a sacred geometric symbol representing equalization of all forces and perfect order, divine order. And so this is like, God's like, this is like, enough of this bullshit. These two are coming together. This soulmate energy is going to come through. It has maybe possibly been disrupted several times. What's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Yeah. And then we have all-star energy. Use your insight. Make sure that you're using your intuition as well as your logic about what's really going on here. The need to be right. And remember, this stone is about connecting with all that is, connecting with the universe. And this is the need to be right. So this is talking about you need to be right about like who you get involved with as much as possible, because being with someone who is in this energy and you think that they are actually wanting to be with you in your love life, this could be an energy of constantly sending people in to disrupt your energy in that way. Because the sad part about that is it's a collaborated effort, and it's from people who know you well enough to say, hey, say this, say that, do this, they'll love this. If you say this, they'll fall for you for sure, that type of energy. So the need to be right can be talking, it's a karmic space. And this is taking it to a whole new level when these people feel that they want your destined path and they feel they deserve it. And they're willing to do whatever they have to do to disrupt your energy so that you don't get it. Then they figure they will. They're wrong, but they have a need to be right. So you could tell them they're wrong all the time, as many times as you want, but they will still come out thinking they're right. And this is sometimes talking about making mountains out of molehills, and sometimes making molehills out of mountains. We do have the Taurus energy here, and this is talking about the give and take in life. And you know, toddlers are very Taurus energy is the second sign in the zodiac. The first one is when you're an infant. The second one is when you're a toddler. And the Taurus energy is about learning at an early age, the give and take. I mean, how many times do you say no to a toddler? No, you can't have that. No, don't touch the oven, it's hot. That type of energy, and you need to do that. But if you ever, toddlers are very curious and loving, but if you try and get them to share their favorite toy and they don't want to, they'll throw a temper tantrum, like a bull in a china shop temper tantrum. So it's talking, and they can be very stubborn about it. So this is talking about people who are very immature in their approach to life, and but it's working for them. They think up to now, but they just don't understand that it's not time. When it's time for you to meet your soulmate, you'll meet. And if you meet at the wrong time, then you'll meet again. Like it's destiny. And then we have foolhardy energy. So you can anticipate this turning out to be a strong relationship if it is a true soulmate. And if it's not, the universe will get them out of your life as quickly as possible. So make sure you use your insight to use your, use your insight so you can tell the difference between. We have the Scorpio energy coming in, and this is talking about uniting the energy, or it's about elevating the vibration or conquering and lowering it. This is talking about when it's time for your soulmate and you to come together. If you're destined to be together, you'll be together. It's not a worry for you. Your main function or needs to be to stay on your destined path, like the wounded warrior, as much as you possibly can. The wheel of fortune is already turning in your favor for this to come through. I want to point out, when the horoscope signs come up in my readings, I'm not talking about individual energy. I'm talking about the quality of the signs. Every sign has its strengths and weaknesses that we can learn from. And look at falling and failing in love is a matter of I. So this is basically saying, when your heart is unfettered and you just realize, hey, I'm on God's path. If I'm destined to be with this person, I'll be with them. And if I'm not, then it's not the right one. And you're on a foolhardy journey. So no matter how much other people try to disrupt this energy because it's beneficial for them, they're going to find out at some point here how unbeneficial their actions really are. In fact, their actions could be causing you to turn into this wounded warrior, like to keep getting up. Every time you get up, you raise your vibration that much more, and you get back on your path, and you've learned something else to move you forward to be even stronger than you were before they took that action. And if they've been doing this for this long, you can actually thank them for propelling you forward on your journey. They probably this is the funny part, they probably sped the process up by attacking in this way. And they thought they were winning, but it's just that there's a certain level, a certain vibration you have to be at to be able to meet your soulmate. And because this is an even energy, the soulmates don't lean on each other. They don't need, they're balanced within themselves. So the faster you learn all the lessons in life that you need to, the faster you meet your soulmate. Interesting energy. It's given me a little clarity. I was wondering, where are all these soulmates coming from all of a sudden? All right, I hope you've enjoyed this reading and it's given you some insight. I will be back with another reading for you soon about random shift. Thank you for your likes, comments, subscribes. I really appreciate them all. Bye for now.